NBA basketball. LeBron James, number one, just everything he's endured and what he is as a model citizen and all that, everything he encompasses is without question my favorite athlete of all time. And number two, probably Michael Jordan, because that's who I grew up, just idolizing. And the third one is probably, I know the other day I might have said somebody different, but I did say the Wizard, but probably Fred Hoiberg. Yeah, I know that's three basketball players, so that sounds a little different as from the football coach. But Fred was another guy I just really idolized growing up, and then got a chance to work with him, at least in the same athletic department with him for a couple of years, and he's everything that you think he is. So probably those three guys, even though they're basketball players, are my all-time favorite athletes. Pizza. Oh, remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, Varsity Blues, one of those three. Team iPhone, no question. Favorite route to run as a receiver is probably just a slant route, a three-step slant route, 1, 2, 3, plant your foot. You're getting the ball right away. You don't have to. I wasn't ever very fast, even though I was a receiver. So slant route it was one of those fun routes to catch and get a chance to make a guy miss. Right now I'm reading Above the Line, kind of narrated by Urban Meyer, and it just talks about just culture and attitude and how to live your everyday life. My wife bought it for me. It's probably maybe my all-time favorite book. It's in the now, so that's always what you kind of think of. But the Junction Boys, written about Bear Bryant when he coached at Texas A&M, is another book that I really enjoyed. But this Above the Line book by Urban Meyer, narrated by Urban Meyer, is pretty neat book. That's a great question. Tony Dungy, certainly just a great man, and that. Just he's a great man, a great character, and great faith, and treated his players the right way. This is one. Pete Carroll. I think Pete Carroll. People call him a player's coach, which I don't really even know what that means. It just means that to me that he cares about his players more than just running an ISO run or stopping the team on the goal line to win the game. He cares about his players off the field, and then more importantly, I think he lets them be who they are. And I always want to help mold and shape these young men and try to kind of channel them in the right direction. But I don't want to change who they are as people, and I don't want to change their identity of what they believe in. I just want them to kind of give them tools to do it the right way. And so I think Pete Carroll's one of those guys that I've always kind of thought did that. He's probably got some baggage and done some things that maybe people don't like, but I think overall he's got great energy. He's got a little bit of swagger about him, and he lets people be who they are, and I enjoy that. And then, one that I really like, Bill Self. I know that's as an Iowa State fan, that is absolutely crazy to think of, but Bill Self's always the guy that he's got a great competitive spirit about him, but you always know his players love him and play for him. So he's got to be doing something right in that aspect. He's won, 13, 14 Big 12 titles in a row. So the guy's obviously got a tremendous pedigree. But love the way he coaches with passion and how hard his players play for him. Overrated, never even saw it. Underrated. I like avocados. Well, I told you I just kind of started it, so I think I don't know. I think it's kind of neither one. I think it's probably rightfully so. It's the best show maybe on TV or the most watched show on TV right now. I don't think it's underrated by any means, and I wouldn't say it's overrated either because I think everybody's watching it. So, not a good answer for you, Brandon, but that's where I'm at with that one. Is neat and anticipated as is, I would say it's even more underrated than that. I think it makes a tremendous impact on these kids' lives, makes a tremendous impact on communities and school districts, and it does so much to help people grow. Maybe not just the Friday Night Lights, those 3 hours, but the process up to that, I think is more beneficial to communities and kids and parents alike than I think people really even realize.